welcome back to Not Gonna Lie. Today is episode 3. I can't believe I've come this far. I used to wonder kung ilang episodes maabutan ko, but I can't believe we're here. And I'm so sorry it took so long because I was super busy. I was traveling, tapos hindi nagkatugma yung schedule ko with like other people who I'm supposed to be filming with. And I have a very exciting guest that you guys will see very soon. Actually, two guests yon. Yung isa medyo malayo pa, pero I'm pretty sure everyone will enjoy. And for now, let's just have a little cuento sesh. And recently, I traveled to Vietnam and to Thailand with my friend Frankie. And I'm going to have an episode with her very soon. We're gonna cuento about our trip. It was super fun. And we did a lot of fun things together. Like, nag-away pa kami in Vietnam, which you guys will hear about soon. But today, I just want to talk about some stuff. Just like a quick, casual chat. So, I saw this quote very recently because I was thinking of like, just like reflecting, I guess. I was thinking na parang about like where the direction of my life is going. And I feel like I'm the type of person who always gets offended easily. And I know it's very like in contrast to what ano ba yung word na yun? Hindi naman in contrast, pero parang nagko-kontra pala sa mga iba kong sinasabi. For example, I say, wait lang natatawa. Nako-kontra yung mga sinasabi ko kasi like sometimes I preach about how you have to be stoic or just like learn how to not be offended with certain things that people say because you really can't control what other people say about you. But I saw this quote. I remember the first episode I did, I started off with a quote and I'm sharing another quote with you guys because I love quotes. So the quote is, you have to be odd to be number one. Isn't that like bars? Like odd tapos one. Diba? Like, that's kind of like, parang ang ganda ng quote na yun. And I like to live by sayings like that because I think that words are it's like so beautiful. Parang you can interpret it in so many different ways and there's so much to learn also. You could talk about so many things with different people. You could learn different perspectives and that's what I really like about meeting new people and being what do you call this? Being in tune with yourself. So recently I found out that a lot of people hate me. And maybe people have their reasons. Maybe they're annoyed of me. Maybe I did something wrong to them in the past. But then it was so funny because I'm just gonna be canceling myself right now. So I posted this TikTok. It was like an audio with Brent Fayaz's audio. And the caption or like the text on the first slide, it was like slideshow ng photos. It's girl remember my face. And then someone commented, sabi niya, girl, of course we remember your face. You were a notorious bully back then. Tapos, I was like thinking tuloy. I was like, who the fuck did I bully, bro? Kasi, I'm not gonna lie, I do remember like talking bad about certain people back in like high school. I don't know. It's high school, it's like petty, super petty lang. But, I don't know. Feeling ko, baka may nagawa nga ako na hindi ko maalala, which is probably bad because obviously when you bully someone or when someone gets bullied, it sticks to them. It stays with them for a long time. Lalo na if it's something that hurt them, obviously. Kasi syempre, like natitira yun sa like isip nila. Naiiwan yun. And ikaw naman, yung nag-bully naman, parang nakalimutan na nila. And I don't wanna be like the kind of person na I did something wrong to someone and I'm not like learning from it. Kaya whoever I bullied, I'm so sorry. Let's talk about it. But I know I've done some bad things to some people, talked bad about them and whatever, pero I feel like it's human nature to do that. I'm not saying it's normal. I'm just saying that sometimes people say things out of spite, like for no reason. And I don't know, like what's important is that you learn from it and you just don't repeat the same mistake. And honestly, like thinking back from how I was back in the day to how I am now, I'd like to say that I've changed for the better. And a lot of people could also say na parang, oh, fucking Ghana, Kuromi the cutest, whatever, this bitch, bro, like she's like this, like that. And then napapaisip na lang ako na parang, where the fuck are all of these information coming from? Certain things I hear about myself, nagugulat na lang ako. Because I've never heard of something like that. For example, I got a DM from this girl. Random lang. Like, she's been following me. And I saw na she DM'd me na pala dati asking like where my workout set was from. Pero hindi ko nakita, hindi ko na-replyan. Tapos, nag-message siya ulit, tapos nakita ko. And then she was like, she said something along the lines of, girl, I saw your scandal. And I was like, anong scandal? If I had something like that, I would know. So then I asked her, I was like, what are you talking about? Kasi, there's been instances now where people would say like, oh my God, this is you, but it's literally not me. But anyway, so she told me na she has a friend who knows someone who did it with me. And then ako naman, I'm like, okay, what's the name? Who's this person? Because I don't have anything like that. And kung talagang may yung kakilala mo, kilala ako, ba't hindi mo masabing pangalan? What's the point of telling me this if you're not gonna tell me more about it? Gets ba? Parang tinatakot mo ba ako for like what? Or like you're trying to ruin my peace for what? I just don't get it. If you know something and if there's an intention behind why this person told me, but I don't know what the intention is because she's not telling me. And this is why I'm talking about this, because I'd like to tell people or like send the message that like no matter what people say about you, there's always gonna be someone who's like talking shit or like hating for no reason, or like maybe because of something that you did in the past and they hold it against you so much because they just can't move forward from it. And you know what, like that's fine, pero like you gets ba, but if it's something that you think you can like move forward from or change from, then I don't think it's worth dwelling over. And I'm a firm believer that people can change. Everyone can definitely change, and everyone can be a better person from how they were in the past. And I like to think of myself like that. I don't want to hold my past against me and think that I'm never going to be a good person, that I'm never going to change. But, you know, yeah. Anyway, so going back, I know a lot of people, may mga companion ako dito na tawa ng tawa, na papatawa tuloy ako. Anyway, so I was like, just like going through a really tough time in my life that I was being so bad to everyone. And I don't know, like sometimes you don't even realize it happens until it's already happening or until after. That's why regrets come at the end. And now that I think about it, parang I lost so many friends along the way that I could have salvaged, or I lost the trust of a lot of people. Yeah, like my parents also. I feel like that whole like condo scam shit that I told you guys about in the first episode, definitely that too. Siyempre, trust ng mom ko parang nawala na rin. But yeah, anyway. So, moving forward, there's so many things that I also wanna like let go of. Like, for example, I've opened this up in my previous episodes na parang I'm not the best at like handling my emotions or like being the most positive person. Nadadala talaga ako sa emotion, which isn't good. Pero I don't know why. Like I just like it's hard to change that, especially when you have certain existing like mental health issues, and I'm currently facing them right now, which I would be sharing next time. And anyway, so I'm really grateful for like the friends that I have right now because they've been grounding me and pinagsasabihan talaga ako. And knowing me, ayoko yung pinagsasabihan ako, pero it's good that once in a while I'm being told about how my behavior is, because that's how a person changes because it's gonna be kind of alarming na if other people start noticing that about me and hindi ako nagbabago, then that's when it's like, why the fuck am I still like that? Gets ba? Parang, yeah. Anyway, so I have some trips coming up, which I'm very excited about, but I haven't like fully finalized it yet. And my recent travels have been really fun. And I actually vlogged it. Me and Anya vlogged it. Frankie, yeah. We vlogged it. And the only issue is the videos are so long. And I'm so sorry to my editor. Masistress ka dun. Pero it's really funny. We were at the coffee shop. We did like a coffee making class. And we're just gonna talk about it in like another episode siguro. Because I don't want to talk about it by myself here. Because obviously it was a trip for two people. And I want you guys to hear both sides of it. But moving on. So recently, I got into this like argument with my friend. So she's like the type of friend who would always like invite people out, and then she's the one who doesn't come in the end. which is one of the things that I hate talaga. But you know, I feel like I wasn't very understanding of like the situation then. I was mostly focused on us having fun rather than her having existing responsibilities. And we actually talked about this. I confronted her about it and she apologized to me, and I also apologized to her because I was kind of speaking very harshly because I was very hurt because it didn't happen once or twice. It happened many times. And of course, as her friend, I always want to hang out with her. I always want to see her because she's like a really good friend of mine. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like it's important to come from a place of understanding. When you're not coming from a place of understanding kasi, you tend to be very closed off to other opinions or like other possibilities, or parang you're closed off to the reality. So, for example, in my perspective, in my end that time, I was so focused on like going on those trips na hindi ko na iniisip na may mga problema din siya na kailangan niya ayusin before the trip. Pero yung sa akin lang that time was, I was upset because she's the one who invited tapos hindi rin naman matutuloy. Which is obviously very, like, I got so sad kasi syempre I was looking forward to it and like we all planned it already, but maybe it's like it's meant to happen na it was meant to not happen because something better is coming in the future. That's what I have tried thinking recently. And yeah. Anyway, so a lot of people are super curious on how I started doing TikTok because I've been getting messages from people na parang, paano ka nag-start? Like, why did you do TikTok? How did it start? When did you start making money? And I'm gonna give you guys the information right now. I'm gonna say content creation is one of the most privileged jobs out there. And me personally, I don't think of it as like a job mismo. Because to me, a job is when you're helping people, you're helping the economy. And sure, like, you are helping the economy, like, umiikot yung pera, whatever, like, that technical shit. But what I mean is, when I think of a job, I think of like, an IT worker or like someone who works in tech, a marketing agency, or like a farmer, and yeah, yung mga ganon. That's what I think when I think of a job. Or like a doctor, a lawyer, mga ganon. And when parang content creation, parang it's like, oh, I make content. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, like it's serious, but at the same time, it's like it's a job that you would be super lucky to have. Because when you do content creation, it's either because um, people enjoy your videos, or you're talented with something, and or you're just like ano, there's this specific niche that you have. And honestly, not a lot of people are gifted with the opportunities, and that's why I'm like really grateful for like everything that I have right now. Because if it wasn't for the people who watch me also, or like the support of my family and my friends, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be making money. And honestly, something that I'm planning to do very soon actually is, I wanted to do this for my birthday, but then I went on like some trips and I got really busy with school and like other work stuff. So, but something I'm planning to do, and I have already set money aside, is I want to help with the less privileged people, mostly children who are homeless, or children who doesn't have access to education, because I think that every child deserves an education. And honestly, growing up, I hated going to school. I hated waking up in the morning and then like going home in the afternoon. I would be so tired. I hated doing the exams. I hated it. Like I hated bringing my big ass bag to school. Pero now that I'm looking back and thinking about it, a lot of children would kill or like would die to have that opportunity. Yung makakapasok sila, they're gonna go to school, learn something, because there's so many children out there who actually want to learn something, who want to be like the breadwinner of their family, who want to make something really big, but then they just don't have the opportunities. Yeah, they don't have the opportunities to do so. And that's why, as someone who is already making, I would say I'm very privileged now. I'm thankful for my parents, of course, because they've supported me throughout the way. And I'm also making money on the side from TikTok and like mga campaign shoots, ganon. And I feel like that money, instead of putting it to something that is useless, for example, like buying shit that I don't even need, I feel like it's better to put that money into good use and try to do something good for the world. And I'm not announcing this for you guys to be like, oh my god, tangina, puro sabi-sabi naman nito, hindi naman niya gagawin. I'm actually gonna do it. And I don't wanna post like very publicly about it. Maybe I will post about it, pero I'm not gonna like make that my entire like personality, because I think na it's something better to do like behind the scenes. For example, si Roscoe, he has this like series of like from A to Z, mga jobs A to Z, and then like he tries doing that specific job. Yung nakita ko sa feed ko was the fisherman ba yun? Or like something related to the boat. Tapos, nagaano siya, he tried yung mga job nila, and then, dun siya nagkaroon ng perspective na parang ang hirap pala ng mga ibang work ng tao. Also, nakita ko yung gasoline video niya. Like, nag-provide siya ng gas to mga jeepney and tricycle drivers, which was really nice to see actually. I wanna do that too, pero ang mahal ng gas. But it's really good that he's been doing that. And, I don't know, I feel like that's like a really good way to give back to the community, because without the community, I wouldn't have all of this. And when I saw that video, napaisip lang ako na parang so many people have it easier than others. Other people, they have to think like, where am I gonna get money for food? Paano ko papag-aralan yung anak ko? Paano ko babayaran mga utang ko? Paano ko babayaran yung kuryente, yung tubig, diba? And me, I'm really thankful that I didn't have to think about what or like how I'm gonna find something to eat, or like how I'm gonna source water for me to take a bath. Yung mga ganun ba. It's honestly like really sad to think na parang a lot of people have that problem. Not just in the Philippines, like around the world. There's so many people who don't have good opportunities or privileges. So yeah, I kind of want to give back to the community, and it's been something that I want to do as well. And actually, there was like this stray dog org that helps like stray dogs. They reached out to me, and then they asked for an X deal na shirt. Pero ako naman, parang feeling ko kasi if I just accept that X deal and then they give me a shirt in exchange, I promote them, I feel like it's not gonna be as patok as rather compared to me donating to them. So I asked them kung pwede na lang ako mag-donate, pero they never replied to me. But that's also something I wanna do. I'm a super cat person kasi, and whenever I see stray cats, it makes me so, it brightens my mood whenever I see a cat. I don't know why, but they're so cute. They're just so cute. And then, parang, I don't know, like, I feel like if I was reincarnated into a cat and I was a stray cat, I would be so sad. I'm gonna have to, like, scour the trash for food, or, like, look for a gated community and pray that one of the amos would start feeding me. Pero, I feel like, as humans, we have the ability to help these animals. So I really want to do that too. And I hope that my other like influencer friends can help me with this as well, because it's something that I want to do as a community, not just alone. Kasi feeling ko masaya yun if you do it with other people, diba? So yeah, that's something that's been on my mind recently. I've heard a lot of things na people say na like I'm very crazy. And I'd like to think na there have been times when I've done something that is not like usual, or like something that's super unusual pala. And I'd like to share some of these things. And I've listed them down because I feel like it's important to be self-aware. So number 1, I got a tarot reading about someone. And I feel like I was very into like mga tarot stuff dati, pero now not as much anymore. I used to use it for guidance kasi. Eh ngayon, parang, I don't know. I feel like I'm headed into a different direction. Not that I don't believe in tarot or tarot ba? Tarot. Basta, you get me. And yeah, I used to like ask, ano iniisip ng taong ito about me? Will this situation be better? Will yeah. I feel like it got super into my head, and like it clouded my judgment when it comes to things. Because instead of using it as like something to help me with my direction, it just affected the overall way I think. Like, you know how when you get like mga tarot readings sa TikTok, sa For You page, parang napapaisip ka, like, how do they know? Like, paano nila alam na, I'm going through this, or like, oh my god, it's a sign, like this and that. Pero you have to always remember that low key your phone can hear you, bro. If you're going through something and then like low key your phone knows what's up. Kaya parang sobrang timing ng mga videos na nag-show up sa feed. I don't know, but anyway. So number 2, this was when I was like super insecure in like my past relationships. So whenever an unsaved number texted or called while naka-car play, I would memorize the number and then I would put it on Viber to see who owns the number. So if you guys want to know who owns the number, you can put it into Viber actually, and then it's gonna show you yung name. If they're on Viber. But if they're not on Viber, you're not gonna see the name. But yun nga, that's how parang nabaliw ako dun. I don't know, bro. Like I was just like super paranoid and insecure before. I was like that, which is not good because obviously when you're building something with someone, it has to be built on trust and you shouldn't be lying to them or like keeping things from them. But yeah. So those are like a few things. And for sure, I know like someone out there is gonna say some shit na parang, oh my god, si Gana na ganito ganyan yan. And before you say anything, make sure it's facts. Or like, I want to know about it first. Because, yeah, like, sometimes stories can get twisted for no reason. I don't know why people do that. It's like human nature, I guess, na parang they're so entertained with certain things. But, you know. Anyway. So, I'm gonna share with you guys a kwento. A kwento with my friend. So, I have this specific pet peeve kasi na whenever I'm with someone, ayoko yung laging nagfo-phone. Unless it's like, you know that specific time where you guys are just bed rotting and then you're just both on your phones. I mean, like when you're in a restaurant, tapos nagfo-phone palagi, parang there's no, like what? You guys are supposed to be conversing or like something, you know? So what I did was, habang nagfo-phone siya, sabi ko, you know what I hate? Yung laging nagfo-phone. Tapos, they're gonna be like, huh? And I was like, see? Tapos sasabihin niya, ay, sorry, kaganon siya. I feel like that's such a funny way to like, let someone know something that, when you don't like something, rather than starting an argument. So yeah, keep that in mind. I miss my mom, guys. I super miss my mom. I recently turned 21 and I feel like I'm so old already. I remember before I was like a kid and I was like, 2023 is so far away because that's when I graduated senior high. I was like, I'm gonna be graduating in 2023. That's so far away. And then boom, now it's 2026 and I'm graduating college, bro. Like, I can't believe it. And speaking of college, actually, I feel like a lot of people who ended up being classmates with me say so much shit about like my work ethic. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best in school, but when it comes to group works talaga, when I'm grouped with someone, I always make sure that what's needed to be done is done. Pero me personally, I don't think na it's easy for me to just do my own shit. Gets ba? Showing up is super important, pero there are times na I find it so hard for me to go to school because yun nga, like ever since college, I started going through a lot in terms of like my mental health. And I've been getting help for it actually, and it's been going well naman. But I don't know, like for some reason, the easiest tasks feel so hard to do. And I don't know why it's like that. Maybe it's like yung pag-iisip na parang, shit, I don't want to do it because I feel like nakakatamad. It's just like burning me out too much, even though it's such a simple task like going to school or like, you know, cooking food or like cleaning your place. But I don't know. I just want to let you guys know that it's okay to feel that way sometimes. It's not the best to always be nakakulong, but you know, you have to work and put yourself out there talaga because sa una lang mahirap. I really like that phrase. My yaya told me that before. So she told me na Because ayoko yung tinuturuan ako. I don't like it when someone has to teach me to do something because I want to know how to do it agad. Like recently, I went fucking wakeboarding and it was so embarrassing because I didn't know how to do it and my friend was doing it so well and yung ibang namin kasama, they were like getting the hang of it. And ako, gaganon lang ako and I'm gonna fucking fall on my face agad. I can't even go straight pa. So it was like super embarrassing. But then at the same time, parang I need to let go of that pride and that ego and try to learn for myself. Kasi, like, yeah, you can't be the best at everything. Not everyone is good at everything. There's something you have to be bad at so that you learn because that's the process of being good at something. Everyone starts somewhere. And that's the same thing as I said about the gym in my first episode. It feels super overstimulating or like overwhelming pala, not overstimulating. Overwhelming because when you walk into the gym, everyone knows what they're doing. Some people, they have a workout plan na. Yung iba, may mga coach. Tapos ikaw, pag kunyari first time mo, tapos papasok ka, hindi mo alam kung saan ka sisimula, diba? And that's where letting go of your pride or lowering your pride and ego comes in. Because it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to ask people, pero it's just that some people kasi nahihiya sila. For example, me, I get so shy and I feel like I'd be a burden kasi if, for example, I'm gonna approach someone and be like, yo, I don't know what to do, low-key. But sometimes it's okay to be like that. And some people are gonna talk shit about you. They're gonna be like, ay, matanga naman na ito, pupunta ng gym, di niya alam anong gagawin. But like, that's the part of learning. That's where you start. Everyone starts somewhere, right? So, I don't think I finished my cuento about why I started on TikTok because my mind just keeps going places. I'm thinking about one thing and I'm thinking about another thing. So, we're gonna trace back to that. So, I started TikTok for fun lang. I was just posting like normal videos and then like I went live one time with an old friend and we went live and so many people were watching our videos actually because we were like just super chaotic and it was super fun naman. It was fun while it lasted. And there were times when I would get super hyper tapos bigla na lang kakanta ako pero sobrang pangit ng boses ko, bro. If there's anyone like OG live viewer, if Hash Brown is watching this, alam kong alam mo, bro. It was so bad, super chaotic, but yeah, I feel like that's where this whole thing started. A TikTok live, a singular TikTok live. And if you guys have been wanting to start making videos or like making money through TikTok, it's your sign. This is your fucking sign to do it. Because honestly, you don't like what's there to lose, diba? Then it doesn't work out. At least you tried it, right? But if it does work out, then you could be blessed with like really good opportunities and big blessings. So why not go for it? And like I said earlier, sa una lang mahirap. And of course, you have to keep persevering and pushing through, especially when bad things happen. So, and also, not everyone is gonna like you. No matter how good of a person you are, there's always gonna be one person or a few people who are gonna say something not so nice about you, but it doesn't define your whole character. Because as long as you know to yourself kung anong klaseng tao ka, then that's good na. And if there's people ganging up on you and like talking shit about you, then okay. Doesn't that just show more about themselves na they're spending so much time on a singular person talking shit? But yeah, you get what I mean. But anyway, moving on to something a little bit more controversial. So the elections is coming up. And as someone who can't vote, unfortunately, I have so many thoughts. Well, I'm not very like well versed in like Philippine politics, pero I do see clips of like the mga Senate hearings on my feed on TikTok and stuff. This is why I think TikTok has been such a great tool, especially when it comes to informing young adults or Gen Z about the current situations of the country or the world. Kasi dun mo talaga malalaman because nowadays, people have short attention spans, and I think TikTok is such a good way to push important news out there because dun din ako natututo. Kasi nowadays, people in their 20s are like kids, they don't really watch TV anymore. Yung mga cable TV, yung mga channels na like TV5, 24 Oras, or like ABS-CBN News, yung mga ganon, right? So, yeah, TikTok is such a good way to inform young adults or like especially people who are very chronically online about certain news. And going back, so I feel like coming from a foreigner who's lived in the Philippines for like my whole life, I think that there is so much potential for the country. So much. Because I feel like Philippines is like the hub for so many cultural things. We could be, we tuloy, naging Pinoy. The Philippines could be the exporters, a big exporter ng mga goods like mango, ube, and like mga shit like that. Like rice. Yo, the Philippines has hella agricultural shit. And it could be used very well, but because of just like some really interesting thinking people, it just didn't work out well. And parang it's just like a lost opportunity, which is so sad to see because, bro, a lot of foreigners like the Philippines because of the natural beauty. Parang yung mga places to travel. This is actually one of the reasons why Koreans love going to the Philippines is because of golf. The Philippines have like really good golf courses, and they also like exploring yung like beach side. Kasi the beach culture in Korea, no one really swims, no one really sunbathes, no one really, you know. Pero in the Philippines, may mga water activities, pwede ka mag-jet ski, pwede ka ano yun, UFO, banana boat, yung mga ganon. Pero in Korea, hindi yun uso eh. So, it's like a way for them to unwind. And it's really nice. The culture here is really nice. And I'm like, nasasayangan ako because there's so many things that could make the economy like so much better. But it's just that certain people in power just don't use their power accordingly, wisely. And I hope everyone makes very informed votes in the upcoming elections. And if I was able to vote, I would do so as well. But since I can't, I'm telling you all to be educated because this is the future of the country. And it's never too late to make a change. It's gonna take a really, really long time and it's gonna be super hard, but it's not impossible. So, yeah. Anyway, going back to me talking about being a foreigner here, I'd like to share a few things actually. There's some Koreans living in the Philippines who I want to do a podcast with, and I reached out, and maybe we have an episode coming soon. Pero I wanna like talk about kasi like hindi lang yung perspective ko, pero yung perspective din ng ibang Korean living here in the Philippines. I wanna know like how they think or like if there's any similarities. But if ever and there's anyone who if there's anyone watching who's planning to go to Korea, I'm gonna recommend some stuff to you guys. And I hope you guys can recommend some stuff to me too. Even though I've lived here like my whole life, I've honestly learned a lot from like some of my friends too. Certain words, certain dishes, and like mga practices that I've never heard of before, which is very interesting because as I'm still living here, I'm still learning a lot. And if you guys do visit Korea, I recommend you guys to skip Seoul. Honestly, skip fucking Myeongdong. That shit is the most touristy place. Everything is so overpriced there. And I know you're gonna think, pero mas madali doon kasi tourist spot nga. So parang people can speak English there and like mas madali. But that's the fun about traveling. Parang it's fun na mahihirapan ka ng onte. There's a little bit of thrill there, right? So, ayun. Skip Myeongdong. You could go to like other places. There's so many places. I recommend Gyeongju if you want something more cultural like. Because when you step into Gyeongju, all their buildings, it has like this arc and it looks super like medieval Korean back in the day like type shit. Literally, until now, ganun yung mga itsura ng mga buildings. It's very nice. It's very beautiful. And there's so many temples and shit. Even if you're not religious, it's nice to see. It's nice to visit. And, yeah, parang you get to see a different side of the world that you've never really encountered before, which I think is part of life. So that you can live a meaningful life, you need to learn about the life of other people as well. And what else? You guys can visit Busan also, like the movie Train to Busan. It's really nice in Busan as well. Seafood there for sure, so good. And there's beaches there then, pero hindi katulad ng Pilipinas na parang may mga beach culture doon. Iba talaga yung culture there compared to here. And I'm more sanay with the culture here in the Philippines rather than in Korea. Kaya minsan when I visit I'm like, culture shock ako sa sarili kong country. Parang ang weird, no? But, anyway, so, skip the touristy shit. Don't get me personally pag onti lang kayo, don't get those travel packages na. It's more fun to DIY it. It's so easy lang. You just go on TikTok, mag-search ka lang. Makikita mo na lahat. You read some blogs or watch some YouTube vlogs. Then you'll see like the shit that locals are actually doing. Whether you understand it or not, there's literally Google Translate. This whole podcasting, it's just like a little passion project, but there's obviously like other things that I want to do and make money from, and also like I want to provide something for people, for the community. China is on one of my bucket lists of countries that I want to visit, and so far I've been to Thailand twice, and I don't regret it. Thailand is such a beautiful country. It reminds me a lot of the Philippines actually. Pero parang I don't know. Parang in Thailand, it just so it feels like home, low-key. Super init nga lang, pero parang I just feel at ease when I'm there. And parang wala akong iniisip na wala akong masyadong iniisip. Everything just feels so good. Feels nice to eat good food. Feels nice to see beautiful beaches and beautiful temples. I visited this exhibit. It's the nakalimutan ko na. Basta it's the American dude. I'm pretty sure he's American. Basta that white dude who fell in love with Thailand, and then he preserved like some Thai culture from like the past, and then he built his house, and a lot of the stuff in his house, in his home, is like related to Thai culture, and then he just disappeared in the woods, in the forest or something like that. I forgot the name of the exhibit na yon, pero it's really nice. I'm not a museum person, but I actually enjoyed it and I learned so much. This is why I love traveling, and I feel like everyone should explore different countries and cultures as well, because mapapaisip ka talaga like kung paano yung buhay ng ibang tao sa ibang bansa, or like how people did stuff in the past before certain inventions were made, diba? There are actually a lot more things that I want to talk about in my future episodes, but I feel like it's gonna be more fun if I was with friends. So I hope that those opportunities will come very soon, because parang ang hirap magkatugma ng schedule namin ng mga friends ko. But so far, whenever it's just like a solo episode, I'm just like giving like a short feedback about my life and stuff. And I hope that this serves as a reminder that everything happens for a reason, and it doesn't always have to be bad. Bad things happen to good people, and good things happen to bad people. I don't know. That's just how the world works. Sometimes shit's unfair. You just have to have a really good outlook on life, and a good outlook on how you have to look at things positively. That's what I'm trying to say. Parang ang hirap magsalita. I just keep talking. I've been talking for like hours now, guys. And I can't believe I'm still fucking rambling. But yeah, so ayon. I'm really thankful for the support that I've been getting from everyone, and to the people who are talking shit about me and hating on me, guys. It's okay. I hope we could be friends though. I'm really thankful for the opportunities. Thank you, QStudios, for having me again. I'm really grateful. And I hope you guys stay tuned for the next episodes. It's gonna be really fun. I have very exciting guests, and I hope you guys stay safe and always be happy. Thank you.